how did you come up with this solution, and how do you think that this can really solve problems that people are facing these days?
I started to work on infectious disease in 2009 when I was postdoctoral fellow at the Scripps Research Institute in California with Peter Schultz. So during that time, I was also a visiting scientist at Novartis. That is where I got the interest that we can develop drugs, or at least we can develop something for infectious disease. As it was then and now always talk that infectious disease will control our economy. So from there, I never lost interest to do it. And because of that, we got international patent over there. But my idea is always that can we develop some indigenous product? So after coming back from there, it took me almost 3 to 4 years to settle down in India, okay? Because staying abroad for 10 years and then coming back is completely different ballgame. And then there was always interest inside me that I should open my own startup. And that is what we started. This infectious disease that I was more concerned on comorbidity, because coronavirus is killing. I don't know how many people are killed because of a death because of coronavirus, but comorbidity is very high. That is because of drug resistance, bacteria, or any other organisms. In 2009, there was a call from Pfizer and IIT Delhi. So I applied over there. And that is the time when this COVID-19, coronavirus, came in China, Wuhan. And I presented over there that this is the product I get, and it takes only 0.02% concentration to inactivate viruses, because it works as a clip. So it was not selected. Okay, but I cannot stop that one. So it was continuing like that way. But then I think last year, March, I wrote to PMO also that this is the product, we have it, it can be used or not. And then I did not get reply, but still I continue working. Then we went to that far, we went to the next level, that if we have the solution, this is the solution, we made it, okay? This first stability test, all these things are done. You can spray one time for 60 days, they will have always contact killing. Whatever bacteria you have, it is resistance, normal, it does not matter. That is what we have it. So this product is coming. Now, if you look at this, because of this corona, you need financial help to launch the product. And sometimes you need connection, the business partner.
One of the main issues was getting the right information at the right time. And so, Utkarsh, if you can share how you came up with that idea that it can really enable solving challenges for COVID-19.
So Devansh and I were building this tool called Introbot, which was essentially an AI-based community manager. And the idea was that we plug different communities together based on needs and what people might offer. And while we were doing that for founder communities and VC ecosystems, when COVID hit, I was down with COVID symptoms, and Devansh and I were having a friendly chat as to can we do something around COVID? And that's when the idea hit. That okay, let's do something, and we quickly brainstormed some of the few initial steps as to what we should take. And Devansh wrote the first version of it after we discussed. And the whole point at that time was, if we get to impacting about 200 or so people, then we will continue with the project, or we get back to our core business. But then in the first 3 to 4 days, Devansh and I basically saw a huge spike in number of people who got benefited out of it. Though we did not intend to grow this much as a product, I mean, the focus was to actually help people and save lives. We noticed that it went viral across multiple different networks, some through the networks we were part of, and some through externalities that kind of came along with that.
So Divyansh, can you share a bit more about the tech that you have developed specifically for this? I mean, and the artificial intelligence part of that. I mean, how that works.
Sure. So essentially how the AI functions is that it needs a ton of data points, right? And that is what precisely we were trying to collect, where every single lead that is shared we asked for, whether it was helpful, unresponsive, out of stock, invalid, or it should be removed. So these are all these data points. So these 750,000 requests, when we say, these are actually 750,000 verifications that were done over the last 4 weeks. And through these 750,000 data points, we are now able to say that, this is a verified lead. This is someone who's been unresponsive for a long time. This is someone who's been out of stock or is now in stock. So that process, so there's essentially a backend engine that works really efficiently and is constantly evolving as well to make this process really efficient and intelligent. And it's constantly getting more intelligent as more data points come in. Along with that, we have a supplier-facing bot as well that we built around week 2 of the second wave, where we have a similar bot which is directly talking to suppliers, directly asking them what they can provide, what kind of resource, and also whether they're currently in stock or not. So bringing all of this information in one central database and using that to give what the end citizen wants at the right time is something that that we were able to do, but only because of the several other people who have also been helping us along the way.